I never thought I'd get my first paid brand deal with under 300 subscribers. My channel isn't monetized. I'm not like an influencer from another platform that came onto here. I'm just a regular person who started their YouTube channel and was able to land my first brand deal. And I want to talk about how it happened. I'll break down exactly how much I got paid, the whole experience from start to finish, and what I learned from it, because I really just want to come on here and hopefully give inspiration to other small creators who are feeling like, you know, is it worth it? Should I keep going? I want this to be your sign to keep going. So please watch the video. I will give you all the details. Before I reveal the amount, take a guess in the comments how much you think I got paid. At the time I had under 300 subscribers and an average of like 40 views per video. So take a guess, put it in the comments, and let's get into it. I know that anyone who is new to YouTube or who's just started out or who is a small creator goes through that cycle of self-doubt. Like, is anybody watching? Is what I'm doing good? Should I even be posting? Blah, blah, blah. I went through that too, still sort of go through it to this day, but I've learned to sort of overcome that. And I feel like landing this brand deal also helped me step out of that, which is again why I want to talk about it with you guys. Now, at the time of landing this brand deal, I wasn't actively searching for any brand deals. I was pretty much in my experimental YouTube phase for the last 2 years. As of 2025, I've now, you know, had a focus and started nailing things down and getting into a flow. But I spent the first 2 years of my YouTube literally just trying things, seeing what I liked, going through the burnout, getting depressed, coming off, coming back on, 3-month break, 3 months of going hard, like literally just going through the motions. And then out of nowhere, I get an email. Let me see what the email says. I love your YouTube. It got me wondering if we'd have a chance of working together by sponsoring one or more of your content pieces for our upcoming campaign. I'm literally like, at the moment of getting this, I'm like, scam. I'm looking up the company. I'm trying to find any reason to confirm and validate that this isn't even happening, that somebody is trying to scam me, take my money, you know, cyber security issues. This is what it must be. But after looking at the company, researching, seeing that they have a solid website, seeing that they're backed by bigger companies, looking at the reviews of the products. Whoa, I gotta sneeze. Yeah, seeing that they were backed, had big reviews, had lots of reviews, were backed by big companies, had a legitimate website with all of the details of what it is that they did, I was like, oh shit. They reached out to me. So naturally I was like, you know, thank you for reaching out and for the compliment on my YouTube. I would love to know how you came across my channel, / what video brought you to me. Because again, at this time, I'm averaging about 40 views per video. So I'm like, what on earth? Like, who? And I thought at the time as well that 20 of these views is my family. So I'm just thinking, what video could have possibly made her? And how did she find me? And where did you get this from? They said it was the best productivity habits for everyday people, which I now changed to like productivity hacks, you know, trying new things. Yeah, they said the best productivity habits for everyday people popped up on my feed and I was hooked. You've got a great vibe and fantastic content, which aligns perfectly with what the company stands for. Like, what? Just literally insane. Like, going back through this is so crazy because I remember reading this and I was like, what are you even talking about? That video has got less than 100 views. Like, this is so crazy. And again, you just don't know who's watching you. I think Tyler the Creator had one of those viral quotes that is on every video that I see. You could get one view and it could be from somebody who's gonna change your life. And that right there goes to show that brands aren't always looking for big numbers. They're not always looking for mega influencers with 7 million subscribers and 100,000 comments on every video. They're also looking for and want creators who genuinely, you know, show up as themselves, create quality content. Even if you haven't hit big yet, they can see the potential, and if you keep consistent, then you're just gonna continue to raise your chances of landing those brand deals, of monetizing your YouTube, etc., etc. It's just so exciting. So yeah, for me, I don't think it was about numbers. I don't even think it was about consistency at the time, because like I said, I was in my on and off era. Posting, not posting, posting again. Yeah, it just happened to show up on the right person's homepage and they reached out, and I'm glad that they did, because sometimes people see that you haven't posted in a while and they're like, okay, this creator fell off. And that sort of started what was my first brand deal. Anyways, moving back to what happened. So the moment you've been waiting for, we did a lot of back and forth. We talked, they told me what they were looking for. They let me try out their product for a couple weeks before even proceeding to make sure that I liked the product, which I did. I love the product. I still use it to this day. And then finally they made the offer. Drum roll, please. For this brand deal, I made $150 US with just 273 subscribers. For those of you who are in Canada, which I am, $150 US is about $215. The rate goes up and down. I think it was about $230 at the time I got paid. So that is what I made. What their offer was to do basically a 2-minute integration in one video and then 2 quick updates that are 30 to 45 seconds in 2 other videos. So a total of 3 videos. Let's round it up and say 3 minutes worth of footage. And what they were willing to send me was their product for free to try out, as well as monetary payment and an affiliate link that I could also earn revenue through. So there were a few little things packaged into this bundle that they were offering. After some back and forth, you know, being a small creator, I did try to push and try and get more. So at the end, my deliverables were a 60 to 90 second YouTube integration, 2 15 to 30 second follow-ups, and updates in 2 other videos of my choice. $150 for those videos, along with a 10% affiliate commission and free product, which for them was valued at over $180. So that was the full sort of deal that they offered. Naturally, I took it. I think I was really hoping to plant the seeds for a 6-month deal to 1-year deal relationship. And I genuinely had tested out the product first and loved it. So it was really easy for me to be like, you know what, as my first brand deal at 200 subscribers, 270 subscribers I think I had, this is a great deal to just get my foot in the door, to hopefully make content that shows other brands that I am making deals so that they can also reach out to me and plant those seeds to, you know, have more deals and make this something that I can do full time. So yeah, naturally I took it. I don't know if you guys think that that's a huge deal. I don't know if you feel I was undersold, oversold, whatever it is, but to me, that was just insane. And it was so validating for my beliefs and for me helping to get rid of these limiting beliefs like, you know, I'm never gonna make it, nobody sees my content, it's gonna take me forever to monetize, blah, blah, blah. It just really validated, like, if you keep showing up, the things that you want are going to happen. It just, I think it's a science. Like, everything just compounds time and time again. As long as you're consistently showing up, as long as you're constantly working on your craft and iterating, you're gonna make it work. It's gonna happen for you. Now, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been doing it consistently since January of 2025. This is my like new era where I'm finally stepping forward. I was able to get all the deliverables completed by the end of the year, so December, and I got my payment in January of this year. Either way, I feel like that really gave me the kick in the butt. Not only did having the brand deal keep me consistent because I had to make the videos to show up and make the money and complete the deal, but it gave me the motivation, like, yo, if you, did I just say yo? But it gave me the motivation that if I sat up, really planned everything, did it, and worked it out in a way that wasn't gonna burn me out, but could keep me consistent, I could really make this a full-time gig. I could really become a full-time content creator, which has been my goal since creating this YouTube channel. So I feel a lot more like aligned, a lot more clear on what my goal is this year, and a lot more ready to tackle it and show up for myself. I want to give you guys tips though, because I mean, you don't have to make 2 years worth of mistakes like I did. These are the things that I've learned work and don't work. Take it with a grain of salt. Whatever you're doing on your journey, do it. But I really do feel like if I knew these things 2 years ago, I would have probably monetized in my first year. I'm not monetized right now, but as I record this, I'm at 700 subscribers. Love you guys, thank you so much. So I'm 300 subscribers away from monetization. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm 300 subscribers away from the first qualification, which is 1,000 subscribers. But I also gotta rack up 3,000 hours, 4,000 hours of watch time. So that's gonna be my next goal that I'm working on. And it's just being consistent that's gonna get me there, and showing up with videos that's gonna get me to that point of monetization. I guess, shameless plug here. I hope you watch this video to the end so I can get my view time up. And I hope that if you like this content, or if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, check it out. Give me a little subscribe. I will really love you for it, okay? Major keys that I've learned that I think if you are a small creator just starting out, or if you're also struggling to break past a certain subscriber count or view count, these are the things that I realized need to happen in order to grow on YouTube, especially as a small creator. Number one, we need to niche down. I watched so many YouTube videos at the time when I was starting out that had so many conflicting opinions. Don't niche, niche. You don't need to niche. You can do whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. And I believed the side that said you don't need to niche. But I wholly disagree. This is my personal opinion. I wholly disagree. If you are a small creator, you should be choosing one niche and you should focus on only that niche while you're trying to build your audience. The reason I didn't want to choose a niche is because I didn't want to feel siloed into one thing that I might eventually burn out doing. But when you're picking your niche, think about, can I do this for the next 2 years happily? Is it going to be something that I'm going to be bored of in 6 months, or is it something that I can be consistent with and show up with that's going to be exciting for me to do, so that you're able to choose the niche that works for you? If you're going to vlog, you can totally do it, right? I personally started with that. If you watch my first YouTube video, I started with a vlog, and one thing I learned is nobody gives a fuck. Who am I? Like, literally I had no following from anywhere else. I'm just a girly who's vlogging my Valentine's Day and whatever. I found it hard to break into because, one, nobody knows who I am, so why would they want to watch me, you know, eating at a restaurant and walking in the city and doing all these things? But two, it wasn't something that I could be consistent with for 2 years straight either. I am a homebody, so unless everybody wanted to watch me sit at home for the next 2 years, I don't think that it would have been something I would have been consistent with. So 100%, if you're watching this and you're like, look, I gotta try something new, and you haven't niched the hell down, I highly suggest that. One thing I'm doing this year is I'm niching down. I'm sticking only within the personal finance umbrella. So that is budgeting videos where I go through my like payday routines, budget resets. I share my tracker and like go through literally line by line all my expenses, yap and whatever. It's similar to a vlog, which I kind of like because I can just talk about things as I go through my expenses, but it's finance related. I also talk about like tax stuff, entrepreneurship, anything that relates to personal finance, which is building your wealth. That's what I'm making my channel about now. And honestly, as a result, I've seen a lot more engagement. I've seen a lot more watch time. I've seen a lot more subscriber increase. I mean, I've gained like 200 subscribers. How many subscribers have I gained? Let me not lie about this. Let me find the hell out. In 2025, I've gained 157 subscribers, and it's beginning of March as I post this. So I can see how the view time is increasing, how it's sort of getting higher and higher on the scale as I move forward and post more and more videos. And I'm watching things compound, so I know sticking with this niche, being very specific and very, very intentional about what I post is gonna help me monetize, build a community, and do all of the things that are gonna help me become, you know, a full-time content creator. I'm so dead set on that right now. And if you do decide to take this advice and niche down, let me know in the comments what you're gonna do. I think even the more specific you can make it, the better. Like if I wanted to just become a girl who shows my budgeting videos, while that would silo me a little bit too much for me to be consistent with, it would also be that people who subscribe to me know exactly what they're getting, and they're gonna show up every day because people like to go through your payday routine. People like to sit down with you, talk about finances, talk about savings, talk about our plans. And so I could grow my following even more from that, but I wanted to diversify a little bit and stick under the umbrella of personal finance. So let me know what you guys are doing. What niche are you gonna be laser focused on and plan all of your content around? And lastly, think of it like a sun. Your niche is your sun, but all of those little rays, all of those little light rays are the things that you can branch out because of it. So my niche is personal finance. My ray is, you know, budgeting, payday routines. It's also like tax season and talking about things like that so we can get a high tax return. It's also entrepreneurship and, you know, planning side hustles to make more income, one of them being YouTube. So those are the little things that I can branch out with, and you'll realize there's a lot of content you can make to not feel like you're stuck doing something for the next 2 years, you know? My next tip, if the right person does find your channel or does find your video, make it easy as hell for them to reach out to you should they want to. Make sure you can get them to tap into it right when they're in the moment, right when they're feeling inspired to reach out to you, and reduce the space between you and them. So I always put my email in my channel. I don't know if I put my email in my description. I thought I did, but I think I need to update that. So I'm gonna make sure I do that as well and put my email in every description of my videos. If this is the video that they come across, hopefully they can click on the description, see how to reach out to me, and send me an email right away to say, hey, brand deal. So that's what I'm trying to do, is make it really easy for these brands to reach out to me and to, you know, collaborate and come up with an offer that is gonna let me be a full-time content creator. This last one has been a major key for me. If you're someone who has started on YouTube with the hopes of monetizing your channel, with the hopes of becoming a full-time content creator like myself, one thing that's really helped me generate content and come up with sort of a structured plan that I'm going to be implementing for the rest of Q1 into Q2 and the rest of this year is actually to center your content around the brand you want to work with. So what I did this year is I picked one brand, for example, Wealthsimple. I would love to land a brand deal with Wealthsimple, something in the 5-6 figures, you know, but I love Wealthsimple. I use them all the time. I'm an avid, advocate and user of Wealthsimple. If I could land a brand deal with Wealthsimple or any other of these banks like EQ Bank, Wealthsimple, that to me would be goal accomplished and be super exciting and align me again with the content that I'm creating and help me produce even better content. So if I build my content and structure my content around the brand that I want to work with, then that means every video that I'm making is going to be high quality, is going to be targeted, so that should they reach out to me, they can see the use case and history of videos that already align with their brand. Or because companies don't always need to reach out to you, you can go after that bag too. What my plan is, have at least 3, 4, 5 videos set up that is structured around that company, or that shows that company that I'm really good at articulating things in the finance sector with simple banking, that I'm relatable, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm gonna go send them an email. I'm gonna go find the LinkedIn of whoever does brand partnerships, and I'm gonna send them an email and do a nice pitch that's like, hey, I'm a small creator, I love Wealthsimple, I would love to talk about, a partnership that could maybe be 6 months to a year, blah, blah, blah. I haven't come up with that template yet, but that's my idea. And that's the one I think is like the gold mine. Like, I got that download this year and I was like, bro, why haven't I been doing this since I started my YouTube? So if you have done this already, like literally you're amazing, you're a genius. I have no clue why I didn't think about that. But I think in the first 2 years, again, like I was so just trying to get the confidence to be in front of the camera and talk to the camera all the time, trying to get the confidence to be like, hey, forget imposter syndrome, you're allowed to come on YouTube and talk about what you want and share your experiences because you have them. Getting through all of those humps was a lot more distracting and made it hard for me to get laser focused. But now that I'm over those and I'm like, girl, you're doing it. You're doing the damn thing. You got a brand deal. You got 700 subscribers. You're showing up. You're talking with your community. You're creating content that people are liking and, subscribing to you for and sitting down and watching your videos for. You're on the right track. Now I'm like, let's get this bag. So all that to say, it's not about being big enough. It's just about being valuable enough to your audience, to the brands you want to work with. And that's actually really easy to do. When you start to get to know your audience and look at your analytics, oh, they really like these videos. Cool, I'm going to make 3 more just like this video. Or when you look at people who have made videos about the brand that you're looking to work with thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers, you know what works. So now you just need to put your spin on it and add your opinion and personality to said topics, and the content is literally endless. So keep improving, keep putting out content, and trust that the right people will find you, but also don't even wait for people to find you. When you've got that content put out and you're feeling confident, start reaching out to people. One, rejection therapy is great. Getting no's is just a part of life, but it's really nice to get no's because you realize, oh, I didn't die. I literally didn't die, and I can keep going and I can keep reaching out to brands. You can get those no's, you might get a yes, and you never know, you might just be one video away from making your dreams come true. So stick to the YouTube thing, people. It's rewarding, it's tough as shit, but it is so much fun. I can confidently say I'm in a place where I'm having so much fun with YouTube. So I wish this for all of you small creators. I wish the best of luck for you guys. Wish me luck because we are on the journey. And yeah, if this video gave you some semblance of hope, or you liked some of the tips, or you want to share some tips, please comment below, please hit that like button, please subscribe. And the next goal is to make the video when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I hope to see you guys soon, very soon. And yeah, I hope you come along for the ride. Love you, bye.